This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. 24-year-old motorcyclist killed in St. Elizabeth crash. Police are reporting that a 24-year-old man died as a result of injuries he sustained in a crash on the Emmaus Main Road south of Santa Cruz in St. Elizabeth on Monday. Police named the deceased as Chesnorine Wright, a farmer of Leeds district in the parish. The police said about 9:30 a.m., the driver of a Toyota Corolla motor car was traveling on the main road when Wright, who was traveling in the opposite direction aboard a motorcycle, reportedly overtook another vehicle and collided head-on with the Corolla. Wright was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Andre Blackman Bryan pleads not guilty to leading Klansman gang. Andre Blackman Bryan this morning pleaded not guilty to leading the Spanish Town-based Klansman gang when the trial of the alleged members of the criminal network got underway in the Home Circuit Court Division of the Supreme Court. There was a heavy police presence in the vicinity of the court. Mr. Bryan's 32 alleged accomplices, including a woman, also pleaded not guilty to being a part of a criminal organization. The alleged gangsters are accused of committing murders, conspiring to commit murders, and arson from 2015 to 2019. They are being tried under the Criminal Justice Act, commonly known as the Anti-Gang Legislation, as well as the Firearms Act. The prosecution began laying out its case minutes after 10 o'clock before Chief Justice Brian Sykes. The trial is being heard in 2 courtrooms and will involve 40 attorneys and 43 prosecution witnesses. The Chief Justice has issued media guidelines for the coverage of the Klansman gang trial, which include prohibiting the publishing and broadcast of the particulars of civilian witnesses, such as names and identification. The names of prosecutors should also not be published or broadcast. Police Federation unhappy with 4% wage offer. The Police Federation is disappointed with the government's 4% wage offer to public sector employees and will be seeking an improvement. Corporal Rohan James, chairman of the Police Federation, says a negotiation meeting is scheduled for Tuesday at the Ministry of Finance. The Jamaica Civil Service Association has decided to accept the 4% offer. But Mr. James says the 4% is inadequate in light of current economic realities. We really do not understand why it is at this juncture that a 4% that has been lingering on the table for the last 4 years, and this is now the 5th year, with the erosion and inflation skyrocketing, why it is that that figure is bandied about at this time, said the Police Federation president. The Nurses Association of Jamaica and the Jamaica Teachers Association are awaiting the call to the negotiating table. The 4% is an improvement on the initial offer of 2.5%, which was rejected by unions. 2 charged for illegal gun and DRMA breaches in Manchester. 2 Manchester men are now facing charges under the Firearms and the Disaster Risk Management Acts following police operations in Richmond district in the parish on Monday morning. The accused are 40-year-old Omar Casanova and 26-year-old Ricardo Powell, both of Richmond district. Reports are that about 12:45 a.m., lawmen were on operation when both men were seen breaching the DRMA. They were accosted, searched, and a Tang Folio 9mm pistol and 14 rounds of ammunition were found. They were arrested and later charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition and the breaches of the DRMA. Their court dates are being finalized. Teacher and student missing from St. Anne's School. As the search continues for 34-year-old Marcus Garvey Technical High School teacher Rochelle Williams, a student at the institution has reportedly gone missing. She is Amanda Prince, 14, of Farmers Heights, St. Anne's Bay. She reportedly lives with her grandmother. Amanda reportedly left home last Thursday to visit her mother in Winter Heights, also in St. Anne's Bay, but never arrived. Williams, a mathematics teacher, was reportedly last seen in Brownstown on Wednesday, September 15, about 11 a.m. Head of the St. Anne Police, Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, last night said that the police were following various leads. He said the police are appealing for assistance from anyone who may have information about Williams's whereabouts. Meanwhile, Williams's family remains distraught. Her mother, Oneith Williams, said her daughter, who lives with her, left the house on Wednesday without her cell phone and other personal belongings. She has never gone anywhere without letting me know, never. Right now, how I feel, I wonder if I want to live it out. I just have to pray and trust in God. I hope she's with a friend that I don't know, she said. Principal at Marcus Garvey Technical, Aniona Jones, said she spoke to Williams shortly before 8 a.m. on Wednesday. She has added her voice to those appealing for information. Rochelle Williams is a passionate educator who loves children. She is a valued member of staff. We are asking for any information that would help us to locate our colleague and to pray for the support of fellow educators, she said. Jones said she is also appealing for information on the whereabouts of Amanda. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Rochelle Williams is asked to call 876-441-8324, 876-872-8861, or the Brownstown Police Station at 876-975-2233 or 119. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Amanda Prince is being asked to call 876-595-6041 or the St. Anne's Bay Police Station at 876-972-2211 or 119. Laborer shot dead during curfew hours. A man who was out after the nightly curfew started was shot and killed by gunmen in Green River District in Green Island, Hanover on Sunday morning. He has been identified as 19-year-old Nicholas Burkett, otherwise called Piggy Lump, laborer of Moreland Hill in Westmoreland. Reports are that about 12:30 a.m., Green, who was with friends at a shop, told them that he was heading home. Shortly after leaving the location, gunshots were heard coming from the direction in which Burkett had gone, prompting his friends to investigate. On reaching a section of the roadway, Burkett was discovered lying face down in a pool of blood with multiple gunshot wounds to his body. The police were summoned, and upon arrival, the scene was processed and Burkett's body was removed to the morgue for post-mortem. Following the shooting, one police officer told the news that this is not the first time the Hanover police are investigating murders that took place outside the curfew hours implemented as part of the COVID-19 protocols. This is another instance where we are seeing persons being in places at irrelevant hours when they were not supposed to be there, the officer stated. This young man lost his life because he and his friend decided on breaching the COVID-19 curfew protocols, and this allowed the gunmen to use his disobedient behavior at their advantage. The nightly curfew starts at 8 p.m. We are again appealing to citizens that they must adhere to the curfew hours and also the no-movement days, as instructed by the government, the cop added. The lawman said the police are working with strong leads and could make some headway by early this week. St. Catherine teen missing. Titania Stevenson is expected to log in for online classes at Innswood High School in St. Catherine today, but the 16-year-old is nowhere to be found. Her mother, Devika Williams, has been beside herself with fear since last Thursday when she laid eyes on Titania. Speaking with the news yesterday, she said she is seeking the public's assistance in locating her daughter. We just want her back home safely with us. We no sleep good from Thursday. I just be a cry, everyone a cry, she said. Williams, who lives in Fraser's Content, Spanish Town, had reportedly left home for her summer job at a store in the Old Capitol but did not return home. The next day, she called from a number and said she soon come home, but we never liked how she sound. We never get a chance to ask her anything because the phone hung up same time. She has never slept out before and she's a very quiet girl. She barely even have any friends. She never have a phone for herself, and the number that she called us from has blocked us, she said. A missing persons report was filed at the Spanish Town Police Station last Saturday. If somebody have her, wanna please send her home. or if anybody see her, please tell her we are worried and we want her to come home. She's supposed to start school tomorrow. She have to prepare for her exams because she says she want to become a teacher. We just want her back home with us," Williams pleaded. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Titania Stevenson is being asked to contact the Spanish Town Police Station at 876-984-2305 or 119. 733 new COVID-19 cases in Jamaica, 3 more deaths. Jamaica recorded 733 new COVID-19 cases and 3 deaths on Sunday, bringing the infection total to 80,406 and the virus death toll to 1,794. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported that the new cases comprise 417 females and 309 males with ages ranging from newborn to 101 years. 7 additional cases are under investigation. The cases were recorded as follows: Kingston and St. Andrew 160, St. Catherine 128, St. Anne 89, St. James 70, St. Thomas 60, Westmoreland 45, St. Elizabeth 36, Trelawney 34, Hanover 33, St. Mary 28, Clarendon 27, Manchester 22, and Portland 1. The deceased are a 71-year-old male from St. Thomas, a 37-year-old male from St. Mary, and a 49-year-old female from St. Mary. Jamaica has 27,137 active cases after 144 people recovered from the virus, bringing the total number of recoveries to 50,931. Currently, 721 people are hospitalized, 100 of which are severely ill, while 43 are critically ill and 154 are moderately ill. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.